Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Master Tarot. Good to see you again. Got a lovely, sunny, windy day here today after all the horrific flooding on the east coast of New South Wales. We were never under threat, but we did get a lot of rain in our area. So my heart goes out to those that are affected. But it also does mean that if it's not nailed down, it's getting washed in my house today. Get a couple of drying days in before the next front is supposed to come through. Okay, what I want to have a look at today is a couple of things. The midterm elections are coming up in the US, so I just want to see whether there's going to be any Russian interference. Now, we know, those of us that look at the world logically and intellectually, we know that Russia interfered in very much the 2016 election and attempted to again in the 2020 elections. The midterms, vital for each party with such close numbers in government on each side. So just want to have a look. Very quickly, in three states, North Carolina, Iowa, and can't think of the first one, might have been Minnesota, the Republican governors' parties were trying to redraw the election maps, basically gerrymandering, and all three were thrown out by the Supreme Court, so that's good news. I mean, it doesn't mean the maps that they've currently got are particularly good because they are already gerrymandered to basically, I think as Bo's fifth column put it, the representatives are telling dictating to the electors how they can vote. So by the gerrymandering, it's not representation, it's the ones that were elected basically deciding how the votes will go. So I was quite pleased to see that. So hopefully some more states will follow and that there will actually be a federal policy that comes to effect. In Australia, we have a system where there is actually an independent committee that draws up the boundaries on very specific guidelines. And yes, occasionally boundaries are redrawn as the population migrates around the country or population increases, etc. But it is completely independent of any political party. And I'd love to see something similar in the US because then it means it's actually fair representation of the people. So, with what's going on in Russia at the moment, and we all know what's going on with Russia, the ruble's fallen through the floor, the oligarchs are having their prized possessions repossessed left, right and centre, Putin's on the way out. But do you want to have a quick look if there will be any Russian interference in the midterms? Please tell me, Master, using my mystical Magna cards, which are my political cards, but please tell me, Master, will there be Russian interference in the midterms this year? Russian interference in the US election, midterm elections 2022. Oh, the cards weren't quite right. Slowing down on them. Russian interference in the midterm elections 2022. Let's have a look. Okay, paused, seen from a different view, looking overseas with a plan in regards to the voters, King of Wands, the lawmakers. So no, I'm not seeing, they're working hard. So the lawmakers are working hard on behalf of the voters to prevent any overseas influence. So things are happening behind the scenes that we can't see at the moment. It seems like things are paused, but it's just that we're not seeing what's happening. So looks like behind the scenes things are happening. Now, for the 2022 elections, will gerrymandering be outlawed in the US? Will gerrymandering be outlawed in the US? Will gerrymandering, well, that's a bit of a vague question because, yes, it will someday is what I'm getting, but will gerrymandering be outlawed in the US? Will an independent boundary authority be set up by not by the 2024, I'm being told, by the 2028 federal election? Will gerrymandering be outlawed and an independent boundaries body be set up by 2028? By 2028. 2028. This guy again, they are working behind the scenes. It is happening. Celebration telling me yes. Holding on tightly. The moneyed interests will be trying to look after their own interests and holding on tightly. But yeah, justice is coming. And justice is about actions and consequences as much as justice itself. So 2028, and then we have the world, which is the culmination, the achievement, the University of Diversity, and the ending of a cycle. And the cycle is this, so working behind the scenes. It will be hard work. So they're working behind the scenes towards us. It is hard work. And then we've got the King of Coins, but he's not Trump in this particular. It is my Trump card, but this guy is about domestic achievement, stability, domestic security, looking after the country itself. Okay, base of the pack, we have harsh truth and an inevitable ending. The Russia card, so the inevitable ending into the influence of Russia, but also the Empress also is about abundance and something new being reborn. And then we have the Knight of Wands, who is bringing a powerful message of progress, of a plan. Then we've got the King of Swords. Base of the pack still. The moneyed interests will find themselves out in the cold. And then we have the Queen of Swords as well. So, yeah, by 2028, I do see, so there is small steps being taken, but by 28 I do see that gerrymandering of districts will no longer be a thing. Okay, I want to have a quick look at, there's so many particular things going on here. Okay. With what's going on in Ukraine at the moment and Russia, and what's been going on for years and years past, is the cyber attacks across countries, from Russia to the US, from China to Australia, and vice versa. I want to have a quick look if Russian attacks. Now, I was glanced something the other day which made me think, well, maybe this is already in progress, but we'll have a further look. In the US for several hours, apparently, various platforms like Snapchat and TikTok, am I getting this right? Let me know if I'm wrong, went down or couldn't be used properly, or a lot of these platforms in the US that are used for passing along information and sharing were taken offline or severely disrupted. So let me know if that was true. I didn't sort of really read too much on it. I think that from memory there was a list of about 10 different apps that were affected. So just wondering, okay, first of all, tell me, was this... Oh, popped out. So yes, they were affected, but tell me, were these caused by a deliberate Russian cyber attack in retaliation for the sanctions? Were these apps going down. I gather we're back up again within hours, but was it part of a Russian cyber attack in retaliation for sanctions? Okay, we've got the walking away from what's no longer serving you or walking towards what's serving you. Not quite sure what this means. Seeing things from a different point of view, being paused, sacrificial lamb, hidden agenda, and contracts. Now, I'll just bring you down here for a quick look at this. We've got 3 major arcana, which is telling us to really take note of this particular reading. So I'll just see choices to be made. Okay, so what have we got happening here is just looking into this particular card, the 8 of Cups, which is about movement. 8s are about movement, and it's movement away from what is emotionally not serving anymore. Things are being paused. There is a hidden agenda. So I'm not seeing that this was actually caused by Russia. I'll just ask for some clarifiers on this. Was this cyber attack caused by Russia? Yes, no. Was this cyber attack caused by Russia? Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. Page of Cups, something secret to be revealed, something hidden to be revealed. Ending of a cycle, and the Page of Coins. So we've got the 2 pages there, and then the King of Swords. So they'll find out what happened. I'm getting a no. I'm getting that it was just an incident that happened, but it has got people wary and on edge. So this is the pausing of the apps. Someone does have a hidden agenda in regards to the contracts, and there will be a choice to be made, but I'm not seeing that it was actually Russia that did it. Did it come from within the US? Was there something within the US? Did this attack come from within the US? Yes, no. Yes, no. Please, did this attack on the apps? Now, I'm talking as if it was an actual attack, because that's the feeling I'm getting, that it was something. But did it come from within the US? Did this attack on the apps come from within the US? Did this attack on the apps come from within the US? No, it did come from Russia. It did come from Russia. They're just trying something. Page of Cups, still to be revealed what their goal actually was. And then we've got the walking away. So I think what's happened is and then the Star of Hope, which is always beautiful to see at the end of a reading. And then this can be going back to the past, but it also can be emotional naivety. Inevitable ending, call to arms. And a collective awakening. Okay, and then upside down I have the dark money working together and the Tower moment. So what this is telling me is that no, it did actually come from Russia. They were trying something to see what happened, to reveal something. It didn't work. They're walking away. got the hope. It was something that was fairly naive. It's like they were trying to get in a back door and failed. And then we had Judgment, the Tower, and the dark money. So, okay, so it was like they were trying to get in a back door and it failed. So that's what I'm getting from that. Okay, it did. Okay, so they were trying something. Russia was trying something. The Russian, not even necessarily controlled by Putin or whatever, but Russian hackers were trying something. Okay, on that note, will Russia attack cyber systems, i.e. the internet, the banking system, the utilities? If you remember last year, 2021, they took out a gas pipeline or a petrol fuel pipeline of some sort, which took, caused major panic and days to resolve. But tell me, please, will Russian hackers, in retaliation, or even if not in retaliation, Page of Swords, which is bringing forward a message of wisdom and truth. But it also is, being the swords, it is about air, it is about the internet, about communications as well. Okay, they're jumping out at me today. I've got Justice, which is actions and consequences, and then I have heartbreak as well. Disappointment and loss. So, tell me, will Russia successfully... oh gosh, they are leaping at... Success came out, but so did betrayal and deception and sabotage. Okay. Will Russian hackers be successful taking out any Western utility systems, internet, electricity? Will they be successful? Will they be successful? Yes, they will. They will also, though, come across this King of Swords. Investigation, wisdom. So, yes, they will, but the truth will be revealed about it. It'll be okay. I'm getting it'll be a tussle, tug of war between both sides, as each side knocks out each side, protects against each side, causing general disruption if you have a look at these ships in the background. So it's going to be a back and forth. Unity. Celebration, unity, harmony, false agreements, communication. Let's see what else that has on it. Will be paused. Should have kept going. There will be an offer made. We have this is the Nine of Pentacles. Usually means independence and luxury, but can also mean that you are confined within your, because of your luxury and wealth, you are confined within your boundaries and strengths. And Page of Swords, bringing forward a message of the truth. So, what reading into this we've got, yes, there will be disruption. But they will fight back against it with strength. There will be tussling back and forth. Nothing super major that I'm getting. But then we have also the unity and harmony will be paused and an offer will be made. Okay, so yes, there will be. And it basically comes down to make sure your petrol tank's full, make sure you have groceries in the cupboard, make sure you have water on standby if you're reliant on town water, enough of everything for a couple of days to keep you out of mischief until systems get back up again. And it's not a panic, it's not time to head to the hills, it's just, yeah, there'll be some back and forth disruptions. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look through. What I did want to have a read on, and I'm going to use because I've picked them up, and I've got a couple more that I want to put in here as well. So if you've got any suggestions for of cards that you'd like me to draw up, please put them in the comments below or let me know via email. Are the captured Russian conscript soldiers? So we're all seeing videos if you look for them. I'm not watching them, but videos being made by the Ukrainians with captured soldiers who are saying that they were mistaken, that they were misled, that they're sorry for what they've done, that they surrender. Now, to use prisoners of war, which is what they are, in propaganda is against the regulations of the Geneva Convention if they are forced to do this against their own will. So I just want to have a quick look with my intuition cards to see, are these videos actually genuine? Are the soldiers voluntarily saying what they are saying, or are they being coerced? I mean, the best way to defeat would be with, treat these soldiers so well that they like their captors better than they liked where they came from, the army that they were serving. So tell me, please. Bit of a story. Are these videos, are the soldiers genuine? Via lots of people. So this is the propaganda. Not happy in this transformation. It's making some mad. Okay. With the help that these soldiers are getting. Plus money. Okay, so they're getting money. Contracts minus peace of the rulers. So what I'm getting from this so far is that the soldiers are pretty much genuine in that via this, the propaganda, but also via the soldiers that were captured, which are quite numerous, there is great unhappiness regarding the transformation of these soldiers, which is making some mad for the help they are receiving. Plus, these soldiers are getting money and contracted rewards. So whether this is, they're getting money plus citizenship or something, I don't know what it is. Minus the peace and the ruler. Let's have a look. Dark cloud. So it's actually putting a dark cloud over the peace. Things are happening very fast. As they are being tempted with abundance and good living, fine living is how I describe that one. The glass is empty. The glass is, however, they're being promised this. The glass, however, is empty at the moment. It hasn't come through because obviously they're still in war. It is being communicated. Now this is blank. The future is yet to be written. There is Ukraine at the moment can't afford to fulfill these promises. There is a fear dividing those that are wavering on the world stage. Light bulb moment. Light bulb moment about the freedom that is being offered. Wealth, making a leap, but loss, financial loss. The females are talking growth, but the growth is small. The message is not getting across. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that with the poverty and the fear, there's a fear that they can't go through with what they're offering, and it's dividing those that are unsure which way they want to go, flipping back and forth. This is an egg flipper, believe it or not. The world thinks it's a good idea to offer this freedom. There is a perception of wealth, but when you make the leap, there is loss. The message is going via the women. It is growing, but it is growing very slowly. This is the loyalty. Happy about the loyalty overseas. Then we have comfort is slow, but is given with love. The men, yes, are but a drop in the ocean. They are finding their glasses now full. There is strength to this. Bullseye. Okay. That was a bit of a story. So, yes, they are being offered something that they do like. They are being the soldiers are being treated well. The message is proving difficult to get out there, and the use of these messages is dividing those that are unsure about should it be used or not, and there is uncertainty about whether Ukraine can actually follow through on the offers being made. The message is spreading via the mothers in Russia. It is a slow spread, but it's a good idea. Okay, that's me for today. Hope that helped, and I shall catch you later. Take care, stay safe where you can, look after your neighbours, look after your community, and love to your families. Bye-bye.